Cooking a prime rib is really not that hard at all. However, I get it. It's an expensive cut of meat. You don't want to waste it and mess up. So I'm going to walk you through step by step of what I do. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to lay it out on my pan and I'm going to get some salt. And I've got sea salt basically. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the entire rib roast with salt. The reason that I'm putting salt all over my rib roast is so that the seasoning of the salt can travel through the entire part of the meat, thoroughly seasoned with salt. And what happens is it begins to change the protein structure of the rib roast, so that when you're cooking it tomorrow, it's gonna be able to hold on to more juices during the cooking process. That's it. Just got some sea salt covered all over the rib roast. Now that's it. I'm simply gonna stick it in the refrigerator covered overnight, and then we're gonna get to cooking it. So here's our prime rib. I went ahead and wrapped it up in butcher's twine just to help keep the shape of the prime rib as it cooks. Now the next step is to simply season it. We're gonna use salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, paprika, and thyme. And I've got some of that mixed up already, and I'm just gonna generously sprinkle that seasoning all over the prime rib. We're gonna make it really good and happy. So just keep rolling it over until you get the entire prime rib seasoned. Well, rib roast, prime rib, whatever the heck you want to call it. All right, and just keep going with your seasoning. Our roast is all seasoned up. You can tell it looks beautiful. It's all twined up. Set it aside. Let's take 2 sticks of butter, which is about a cup, and we're gonna take some fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, and some chives. We're gonna take some paprika, garlic powder, lots of garlic, onion powder, a little bit of black pepper, and just give that a good mix. And just mix that together very well so that you've got all those ingredients mixed together with the butter. Because we're gonna make like a butter cap on top of our rib roast. There it is. All right, and let's take that rib roast, flip it over. All right, take that butter and just do your best to create a cap on the top, just like this. It's kind of creating, I guess in one regards, a self-basting, if that makes sense. So let's set that aside for just a second. Next, simple aluminum pan. Right there, take an onion, 2 stalks of celery, 2 stalks of carrots. All right, we got about 5 small cloves of garlic, several bay leaves. We're gonna go with a little bit of thyme, a little bit of black pepper. And we've got some beef stock right here. We're just simply gonna pour it over all of those vegetables. Because what's gonna happen is this. So we're gonna set our rib roast on the smoker on one shelf, and the rib roast is gonna drip down into here, making a really good au jus. So I've got my smoker set to 450 degrees. Let's go load this bad boy on there for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna lower the heat to 250. And when it's all said and done, we're gonna pull it around 125, and this will be a tasty au jus. Let's go. All right, got that Traeger ripping hot. All right, let's take that beautiful rib roast. We're gonna set it right there on that rack, okay? Then we're gonna take our au jus, right here, all those vegetables, and we're gonna set it right under the rib roast. All right, 15 minutes, we're gonna come back and lower the temperature. All right, let's go ahead and turn down the Traeger. We wanna get that down to 250. Now, let's open up to get it cooled off a little bit quicker. Man, I can't wait to see how this thing turns out. Just to ensure that I get the cook right, I'm gonna go ahead and set up a cook with my Meter Plus. We're gonna do a prime rib, we're going in the smoker, and I want this bad boy to come off at 125, all right? Put that probe right inside. There we go, happy cooking. All right, we're just gonna baste it in butter. Some of that same butter. Pour it a little bit.
baste it.
All right, here is that prime rib. It's time to let it rest for 30 minutes. I've got a little hot box over here. Then we'll come back and slice into this, okay? What I'm gonna do now is go ahead and pour that au jus through a strainer. All those vegetables and beef stock and dripping. We're gonna let that settle for a minute, then we're gonna skim the fat off the top, and then we're gonna create our beautiful au jus. Here it is. 30 minutes it rested. And we'll go ahead and just set that piece of meat. I wanted to take just a moment to let you see how pretty this was, and of course I removed the string and the meter plus, and here it's rested for a full 30 minutes, and now let's use a knife and we're gonna hit right down the middle, and I want you to take a deep breath because this is what the outcome looks like. I would say that I nailed this cook, and some might say that I did a high cook at the beginning, which will cause the outside part of the meat be more cooked than the inside. Well, you can tell by looking at this, it was an even cook. Now the next step is simply just remove that bone and start cutting up slices. All right, let's cut up a beautiful piece of prime rib. Okay, let's give this a try. Might as well go ahead and cut off of that rib cap. I'm gonna go ahead and dunk in a little bit of that au jus. Can't wait to dig into that. Oh my gosh. Wow. I don't know how you can beat that. Thanks for watching. Don't be scared to cook a prime rib. Find one on sale, learn how to cook it, follow this video. I pulled it at 125 degrees internal. I let it rest for a full 30 minutes and it's still a perfect medium rare. I basted it with butter, made an au jus, and I thickened it up slightly just because I like it to stick to the meat. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Make a comment, share this video if it was helpful, share it with others. Thanks for watching.